Hello everyone, I am Marc Apilado, a first year from Bachelor of Secondary Education major in English, and this is my reflection as to why there are countries that are rich and countries that are poor. So the countries that I've chosen was Nicaragua and Brazil. So as you may already have noticed, these are both part of the Latin America, and Latin America is partly known for being rich in terms of their natural resources, like countries under it, such as Brazil. However, this is not the case for uh, all of it. Like, there is also Nicaragua, for example, which is considerably poor. And today I'll be talking about the reasons that I think as to how this happens. Like, why is there countries that are wealthy, such as Brazil, and why is there countries that are poor, such as Nicaragua? So, to keep it more simple, I'll be talking about the internal and the external factors of per country. Like, for example, starting off with Brazil. In their internal, like for example, the composition of the country itself, the natural resources that they have, because this also plays a huge part as to why they are rich and more advanced. And second of all, there is a greater population in Brazil. So, with greater population, there are more like manpower, more employees, and more taxpayers, which cascaded into better industrialization of their establishments and infrastructures. So basically, it's more of like a domino effect, wherein the more that there are people, the better the constitution of the country would be, since there is much more uh, resources for the country itself. However, we could also like put the reason of the government. Although Brazil has their own share of incompetencies in terms of governance, we still need to appreciate the fact that they have managed to rule such country in a way that it made it like more advanced and more wealthy, just like what we are talking about. And next is the external factor, like for example, the relation in the international segment, the services that they are providing internationally, and also the export and imports of the country Brazil. So that is also the reason why Brazil is wealthy. So moving on to Nicaragua, this is a small country, and as mentioned earlier, we could already conclude that since there are lesser people, there are lesser kinds of resources that they could take from. There are lesser taxpayers, and also we need to consider that there has been an economic repression in the country of Nicaragua. So, what do we mean by economic repression? This is the so again, economic repression. This means the restraining of certain economic activities, which lead further into poverty and other several issues that constitutes to why that country becomes more poorer. So, in general, that is all of the reasons why I think of why there are countries that are rich and there are also countries that are poor. And as mentioned earlier, as mentioned in our further lessons back like few weeks ago, we cannot deny the fact that there are inequalities among countries, and this is also due to globalization and due to other factors such as the government, the lack of resources, the lack of other materials that needs for a certain country to grow and foster even better. And that is all. Again, I am Marc Apilado, and thank you very much.